Good evening and welcome to the 1988 Legislative Correspondents Association show. Before we begin, I would like to ask you to join me in a moment of silence in memory of WRGB television reporter Bill Duffy, who was one of our first broadcast members and who died last year. Thank you. And on a more happy note, I would like to thank you all who are associated with state government with providing us with the material that we used in this show. We barely had to write a word. Not even the most crazed of the LCA scriptwriters could have dreamed up Vito Castellano's five-star bigamy. And we didn't have to really write a whole lot of dialogue about the Senate, not with a guy like John Markey, who nominates people for the Workers' Comp Board because they, quote, turn me on. And then there was this wonderful press release that came in the other day from the Ford Motor Company. I thought this was their submission to our newsbreak report, which you're going to hear in a little bit, but this is a real press release. It says, Buffalo, New York, June 1st. Lieutenant Governor Stan Lundeen officially dedicated the world's largest solar air heating wall at Ford Motor Company's Buffalo stamping plant today. Well, with stuff like that, like I say, we hardly had to write a word. And so, without further ado, let me take you into the LCA's High School of Insolence. It's prom night tonight, and everyone is waiting to see Mario's flash dance. Once he was nothing but a paisano's son, stuck in Queens with no means to be king. Mario, who he soon saw to succeed. It took words, cunning brain. Instead I do, he said, let me explain. So here is the story, how his words became glory. In a flash, Mario's heard around the world. What a feeling, now he's feeling. He's got Garvey boy eating from his hand, oh joy. He's got more passion than Reverend Jackson. With his verbs of verb, he can snow 'em every time. So bye-bye, Mel Miller. Who needs you, Warren Anderson? With George Bush and Jim Wright, now powwow. From the Moskva to the Potomac, in the greatest land in the only world we know. No more polenta, he's got talenta. He can run without ever moving his feet. He's appealing, not concealing. Whatever he says, it is what he means, I think. Just believe him.
All right, let's take the roll. Cuomo.
Here.
Friday.
Here.
Burgos.
Here.
Fryer.
Here.
Palomino.
Here.
Ducci.
Here.
Schaefer.
Here.
Margolin.
Here.
Lundeen.
Here.
Lundeen. Lundin, will you take that stupid science project off your head?
Could I have your attention, please, students? Your attention, please. Welcome to St. Thomas More High School, the world's only high school of insolence. Remember, tonight's the senior prom. Good luck to all of you who are running for prom king, and too bad about all of you who aren't. Now, it's time for our Pledge of Allegiance.
Mr. Crotty, would you lead us in the pledge today?
I pledge malfeasance in the state, in the greatest nation we know, and to the family of you dork, one station with Art Athens, unbelievable, with Liberty scholarships for all.
Thank you, Gerald. I don't think that's quite how we taught you to say it, though. Mr. Cuomo. Mr. Cuomo, do you have your homework today?
Homework? Jerry? Evan? Is Evan here? Evan? Gary, can we get that to him? We'll get that to you just as soon as we can. But we have done our homework. We just don't have it with us right now. I mean, if you're asking, did I do my homework? Yes. Do I have it with me exactly right now? No. But where is my homework? Did I leave it home? Is it in my locker? Did my dog eat it? That's all speculation that I don't want to get into right now. But I don't want any distortion here. Like every other student, we have done our homework. We just don't have it with us. I mean, oh, you'd love to be able to say Cuomo doesn't do homework. But no, I'd say that isn't accurate. If you were to take everything I've said in the last 4 minutes to mean that I haven't done my homework, you'd be wrong. But yes or no, I won't use your language. I never said I didn't do my homework.
Mr. Cuomo, do you have your homework?
Of course I do. It's right here, as I always said. You just didn't ask the right questions. Oh, well, I'm the kind of guy who won't say yes or no. Where reporters are, well, you know that I'm a glow. I schmooze them and confuse them, cause to me they're all the same. I just grab them and I squeeze them, they don't even feel the pain. Cause I'm the panderer, consummate grandstander. I'm going round and round and round and round and round. Now the Duke, he's on my left, on George Bush is to my right. And Jesse, he's the guy that I'm doing in tonight. Because when they ask me which one I love the best, I go into that bit of mine, say, put him to the test, cause I'm a meanderer, just a bystanderer. I'm going round and round and round and round and round. Well, I go from show to show, filling people with my glow. But they should only know I'm really having a blast playing snake in the grass. Oh, you will never see the real me on TV. I wear my pinstripe suit and my baggy eyes look cute. But when the cameras go off, it's plain for me to see I'm just a thin-skinned ethnic type. Oh, poor old me. I wish I were granderer, a waspy New Englander. I'm going round and round and round and round and round. Well, I go from here to there, holding forums everywhere. Bitch, the press ain't being fair. I'm just a pain in the ass with a pear made of brass. Cause I'm a loving guy who likes to play the field. I roam from town to town, counting votes I'm gonna yield. But when people ask me If I will run, I just tell them all the work of gov is far from being done. Cause I'm the panderer, consummate grandstander. I'm going round and round and round and round and round. Cause I'm the panderer, consummate grandstander. I'm going round and round and round and round and round.
Thank you, Mr. Cuomo. All right, class, today we're going to learn all about word problems. Professor Bill Emick will show you how. Let's say New York State produced 1,000 homes a year for 5 years. How many would New York have produced? That's right. 439,000.
Are you sure we can say that?
Of course. You just listen to me and use the words I give you. I don't know much about carpentry. Don't know nothing about masonry. Never claimed to be Frank Lloyd Wright. Why's John Daly gotten so uptight? But I do know what statistics do, how they make our housing dreams come true. Oh, what a wonderful world this would be. Well, I don't claim to be an A student. Was I supposed to be? You think that maybe by building some low-income housing, you can get them off the streets? Ha! Don't you realize what labor costs? Such big numbers, my mind gets lost. And you know the boss is Mario. I just can't go around spending dough. So now I'm forced to weave and bob. I'll stop fibbing, let me keep my job. Oh, what a wonderful world this would be. Oh, what a wonderful world this would be.
All right, students. Mr. Coughlin will not be here today. But we have a special substitute for self-defense. Say hello to Mr. Adler.
Thanks, Mel. Hey, you. Who are you? Where you going? You're not in this class.
My name is Fred Dicker. And I want to know where they keep the sauna.
You know you can't come in here without making arrangements with Jeff Taylor. Next time, make arrangements with Jeff Taylor. Jeff Taylor. Call Jeff Taylor. Jeff Taylor. Jeff Taylor. Jeff Taylor. Jeff Taylor. Call Jeff Taylor. Call Jeff Taylor.
Very good, Norman. Just as I would have done it. But not in front of everybody. Now, I'll have to fire you. And to make matters worse, here comes Principal Anderson and Mr. Orenstein.
What
Mr. Ornstein's ethics class and we saw everything on his television monitors.
Yeah, everybody saw everything.
Oh, don't worry about it, Andy. I fired him.
Hey, don't worry, Normie. I'll take care of you in the fall. You're the kind of guy I like.
Hey now, Freddie, why so glum?
Running campaigns is sure a lot of fun. Freddie-o, Freddie-o, he got caught. That Freddie-o.
We gotta get you off, Andy and me.
Why all the DAs always picking on me?
It's a schmo, the one who talked, said we all do it, and now he's gonna walk.
Radio, now they know. Radio, you stupido. He's gonna get off, just you wait and see.
Why's all the DAs always picking on me?
Whose payroll's always off the wall?
Had in those races in the fall.
Who did I stick by when he called? Guess who?
Who, me?
Yeah, you.
Oy vey.
Walk in that courtroom cool and slow. Smile when the judge says you can let him go. Freddie-o, Freddie-o, he got caught. That Freddie-o,
He's gonna get off.
thanks to him and me.
Why's everybody always indicting me?
Could I have your attention, please, for the following announcements? Would Mr. Sharpton please report to Don King's office? Your hairdressers are here. And please return Mr. Spinelli's tape recorder. Mr. Ornstein, please report to Dean Morgenthau's office immediately. Cynthia Bloom, Miss Cynthia Bloom, please report to Mr. Levine's computer class. We have your software. And students, here's a change in your schedule. Mr. Markey's lecture on Sophocles and the space program has been canceled. And oh yes, Mr. Siegel, Mark Allen Siegel, stay out of the girls' locker room. Students, would you please now report to the auditorium for Career Day?
Hiya, kiddies! I think you all know me. I'm Rapplier, your guidance counselor and host for Career Day. We have a number of exciting careers for you to consider today, none of which include mine. First off, some esteemed members of your state legislature, the Long Island Nine!
Hi, everybody! I'm Ralph Marino, and here are my two top lieutenants. Jim on the attack last, Stormin' Norman Levy, the rest of the Long Island Nine, and together we're gonna make the Chicago 7 look like a bunch of Boy Scouts. Well, I dreamed I had the power to make my very own rules now. As majority leader, we get money for the Long Island schools now. But Mario said our foot stomping made us look like fools now. And we look dumb, dumb, dumb just for giving all your money away.
Well, Warren thought he'd buy us with a GOP version of Glasnost. Told us we could get millions from the state to remove our asbestos. But we didn't get a dime and we're left with old empty campaign boasts. But we'll look dumb, dumb, dumb just for giving all your money away.
Well, we never really thought that we could pull it all off now. So we packed up our bags and headed for the Long Island Sound now. But we'll be back next year with our snouts in the public trough now.
And we'll look dumb, dumb, dumb just for throwing all your money away. And we'll look dumb, dumb, dumb just for throwing all your money away.
we have one of New York's most popular game show hosts, Ned Regan, and the man who put the PR in prosecutor, Bobby Abrams.
There's gotta be a way, make him say goodbye. There's gotta be a way to draft on the sly. You say you'll never leave, we hope so why? 'Cause I don't wanna be AG till I die. Well, you say you won't be running, then you start a hedging, get us all to hope, and then you turn it off. No, you're for DC. You say you won't take VP. Must be something we can do. There's gotta be a way, make him say goodbye. There's gotta be a way to draft on the sly. You say you'll never leave, we know it's a lie, 'cause I don't wanna be AG till I die. Well, the latest marriage polls, they reaffirm my goals, and if you save our souls, I'll take your cue. You say you won't go, you're the chicken como that makes this controller blue. There's gotta be a way, make him say goodbye. There's gotta be a way to draft on the sly. You say you'll never leave, we hope it's a lie, 'cause we don't wanna wait around till we die. No, no, we don't wanna wait around till we die.
But I sure as hell am sane compared to you. Your urban blight, but you don't faze me. Get out of my sight, I like to fight, and I sometimes bite.
You burn money, I just steal it. Brother, let my friends conceal it. How was I to know they would get caught? Now they say that I could lose 'cause of Jesse and the Jews, and the governor won't give me his support.
Mario will help me burn you. He'll do anything to spurn you. He prays that I tear you limb from limb. I've got Andrew on my case. He'll throw lawsuits in your face, because help for homeless means so much to him. You may be right,
I may be crazy,
but I sure as hell am sane compared to you. You're urban blight, but you don't faze me. Get out of my sight, I like to fight, and I sometimes bite. Get out of my sight, I like to fight, and I sometimes bite.
Well, that'll do it for Career Day. Don't forget, tonight is prom night, when you'll get to vote for your prom king.
Fabian, my old friend Fabian. You know I want to be prom king, and I know I want to be prom king. But I already said I don't want it. To take it now would be cynical.
Listen, Mario, I've got it all figured out. You just listen to me. Here's what you do.
to win without having to run, to dream without seeming to scheme. You'll swear that you really don't want it,
You'll sit for the good of the team. You'll sing every Democrat's praise. You'll smile and then wish them good luck. You'll wait for that one bolt of lightning and pray that they all self-destruct. This is our plan, to hope for a draft. And if it don't happen, we'll have the last laugh. For it's perfectly clear that when shove comes to push, if a Mario's not in the race, we'll have President Bush. But for now, you'll pretend to be true to both Jesse and Duke. And you'll swear that they're better than you, though they both make us puke. And if our dreams for Atlanta are dashed, we won't weep when Dukakis is crowned. He's dull and he'll lose in November. We'll wait for the next time around.
Hey, Fabian, here comes Matilda. Let's get out of here. If she sees what we're doing, she'll kill us.
That Mario, he's always being such a schemer. But I love him anyway. I love the air he walks on, how he prays in the mirror. He's a god, a demigod. He's so wise, so fair, he's so debonair, a boy you must adore. He squeezes all my ethics, makes me think, am I worthy? He's a prince, the prince of light. Though he knifes a friend or two for spite, he grins that saintly grin, and it's all right. When he takes my hand, makes me understand, he's been touched by God, told to lead the world. Who would have thought a boy from Queens grows up to be king?
Good evening and welcome to Newsbreak.
This year, Newsbreak is brought to you by Jenkins Laundry. Gets your cash clean from here to Zaire.
Researchers in Albany have discovered a new way to get fat without eating. It's called artificial inseminario.
With the campaign for U.S. Senate barely off the ground, Daniel Patrick Moynihan filed charges today with the Fair Campaign Practices Committee. The incumbent Democrat protested challenger Bob McMillan's newly released commercial, which features a close-up of Moynihan's florid face dancing to the tune Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
Newsbreak has learned, meanwhile, that Governor Mario Cuomo proposed 17 times to his wife Matilda before she finally accepted. Said Matilda, he didn't ask the question the right way.
After 13 days of power outages on Long Island, angry Shoreham residents today cornered Consumer Protection Board Chairman Richard Kessel and burned him at the stake. Experts said that the sheer bulk of the fuel is expected to light Long Island for the next 2 decades.
The Israel Martinez Bobby Dandria Memorial Library burnt to the ground last night, destroying all 2 volumes, including the one that Bobby hadn't finished coloring.
A special enhancement of the infamous and revolting Robert Chambers videotape has revealed the shocking presence of a New York State legislator. However, Assemblyman Mark Allen Siegel denied that he was dressed only in a negligee.
Meanwhile, police responded to a break-in last night at the former Queens residence of Governor Mario Cuomo. Items listed as missing included a set of andirons and 6 bottles of nail polish valued at $44.07. Shortly before the break-in was reported, police said that an unidentified former Consumer Affairs queen was seen in the neighborhood. Despite a wealth of clues, Queens District Attorney John Santucci said he had no leads.
In another shocking development, the FERA Commission announced today that former U.S. Attorney General John Mitchell may have had something to do with the Watergate scandal. The FERA Commission also announced that subpoenas are on the way for lawyers in the Sacco and Vanzetti case, and that New York's hopes for attracting the superconducting supercollider appear to have faded. The Commission is also said to be exploring the shocking possibility that politics may be involved in election campaigns.
Newlywed Maria Cuomo Cole announced today that she will make her advertising debut, plugging her husband's latest line of designer footwear. In the ad, Maria says, "You know what they say about men with big shoes, don't you?"
Big feet?
I don't think so, Dan.
A mysterious new illness sweeping through the Capitol corridors was identified by researchers today as the dreaded Koch rot. But do take heart. City Health Commissioner Dr. Stephen Joseph immediately announced that he's found a cure. It's called Seranoff Dinkinade.
This just in, Newsbreak has learned that former Governor Hugh Carey has signed a multi-dollar contract to publish his memoirs. The manuscript is tentatively titled Green with NG. Meanwhile, Matilda Cuomo has also selected a moniker for her first literary endeavor. Diaries of a White Housewife.
The New York Multiple Marriage Menagerie met for the first time today. Featured speakers included Vito Castellano, the general who can't control his privates, and Bronx District Attorney Paul Genital.
Oh, that's Gentile, Dan. Gentile.
Funding was provided through a member item.
Senate Minority Leader Manfred Orenstein today seized control of elevators in the LOB. All elevators have now been reprogrammed to say, "Welcome aboard, take the fifth, take the fifth. Good news and bad news today for Bronx Assemblyman John Deary. The good news, there was no session. The bad news, Deary was logged in as the tie-breaking vote on at least 10 bills.
Later tonight, it's the television premiere of Make Room for Vito. Set in Albany County, it's a story of a wacky military father who's always on the road. Also tonight, it's Make Room for Vito. Set in Westchester County, it's the story... Never mind.
Pope John Paul II today announced the election of 21 bishops to the Roman Catholic College of Cardinals. New York's Governor Mario Cuomo, who was not among the new prelates named, immediately challenged the nominating petitions.
It took emergency services officers 45 minutes last night to pry radio professor Alan Chartock from an extraordinarily difficult spot. Seems that the accident occurred when Governor Mario Cuomo made a sudden stop while walking around his second-floor offices. Chartock was treated in an area hospital for a broken nose and released.
Still reeling from the state's billion-dollar budget blunder, former state budget director Arwayne Diesel was spared serious injury today when, by accident, he tumbled from the balcony of his 8th-floor offices at KeyCorp and landed safely on the wallet of KeyBank king Doug Barclay.
Senator John Markey, quoting from St. Augustine, the Bible, and the Sex Pistols, said in a rambling address today that he won't seek his 50th term in the state Senate. But then again, he said he might.
And this just in, David Langdon not only exists, he mumbles. And in other news, Senate Majority Leader Warren Anderson today announced that he was stepping down after 35 years of public service. Governor Mario Cuomo had this to say.
Do I think he was the majority leader? Yes. Do I think he will continue to be the majority leader? No. It's not up for me to say that he's the majority leader, or for that matter, the president, or for that matter, the governor. Even though he has worked against me, he did that on his own initiative.
And from Assembly Speaker Mel Miller.
Well, you know, if he doesn't want to be the majority leader, he doesn't have to be the majority leader. I mean, you know. Personally speaking, for myself, that is, to the best of my knowledge. I don't know anything.
Norman Adler added.
Call Jeff Taylor, call Jeff Taylor, call Jeff Taylor.
And Bronx Assemblyman George Friedman had this to say.
Well, I'm going to nominate him anyway.
And George Bush, contacted on the campaign trail, said,
Golly, I'm going to be in deep doo-doo without Warren.
When asked for his comment, Anderson spokesman Charles Dumas said,
Well, off the record, I don't know where I'll ever find another $92,000 a year communications job where I don't have to talk to anyone.
Former Marine Corps Lieutenant Oliver North added,
You'll never find a finer American, and I'll tell you why. I'm proud to say that Warren Anderson buys his secretary pantyhose.
And from the White House, President Ronald Reagan said,
Well, Nancy tells me I'm a Cancer, and Warren's a Libra. Well, now, what was the question?
And now for sports. The jockeying has begun for the majority leader's spot in the state Senate, and odds for a successor have just recently been published in Sporting News.
At 3-2, it's Find My Roots, Ralph Marino, winner of the George Bush Where Did I Come From award. Marino has promised to kick asbestos.
Also at 3-2, it's Jay Rollison, best known by his colleagues as the GOP's Mike Dukakis, Mr. Exciting.
At 8-1, John Dunn is just that.
And at 20-1, it's death penalty Dale Volcker. but odds makers say he'll never get the chair.
And at 30-1, just present is a thing of the past.
In a typically generous, nonpartisan gesture, Governor Mario Cuomo today renamed the PC-laden state office building in Binghamton the Warren M. Anderson Retirement Tower.
Yes, and Mark Schwartzberg, the right-hand man to Assemblyman Alan Hevesy, said today he has booted his legislative career and plans to become a place kicker for the New York Giants. Schwartzberg will replace retiring punter Norman Adler.
Ousted National Guard General Vito Castellano has changed careers and just released a new hit single. It's called Going to the Chapel, and We're Going to Get Married, 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 Married.
The mystery of how to pronounce the first name of the state's new budget director has been solved. It's not Dal, Forsyth told us. It's not Dahl, and it's not Dale. It's Crystal.
And now for a public service announcement, Newsbreak presents Dr. David Axelrod.
Times have changed. We give needles away for free, 'cause our Mario has agreed to push dope for the family. There's no way he will spend what we need on AIDS. Instead of spending, we just pretend in sterilized escapades. Olden days of Rockefeller, we locked up the damn drug sellers. Now, heaven knows, anything goes. Good doctors, once assured of recompense, now hardly blink as they dispense clean hypos. Anything goes. New York, get your fix today. Just don't mix the way you shoot dope today, and keep hope you may try to die the way straight men prize today, and just merely overdose. So step right up, meet Dr. Funky, supplier to all you junkies. Thank Mario. Anything goes. Get your fix today, just don't mix the way you shoot dope today, and keep hope you may try to die the way straight men prize today, and just merely overdose. So step right up, meet Dr. Funky, supplier to all you junkies. Thank Mario. Yeah, anything goes.
Hey, Friar, what do you say?
I say it's takeover time. Tonight, we take over the prom. Sandy, Tonio, you know what to do. Shark Dog, keep your eye on the punch bowl. Razzle, we can dazzle, we can beat him to a frazzle at the hop.
From the Hudson to the Volga, always scheming with his dreaming of the top. He's our big flirtation, and we're picking the nation with his slop. I'll become Deep Throat.
Go, Sandy.
I can write a book. Go, Alan.
I can dye my hair.
Go, Tony.
We'll go everywhere.
Oh, goody. Come on. Let's go to the hop. Oh, he's beginning
beguiling and he's cunning. It's his only style of running at the hop.
He's got this great fixation on 2 terms duration at the top.
All we need is a liar, so we hired Gary Fryer. What a fop! Feed him lots of pap, go Gary. Fill him full of crap, go Gary. Do my famous cap, go Gary. We won't take the rap, oh goody. Come on, let's go screw the hop.
Forget about it, Liz. Stop trying to be such a negotiator. We can handle it.
Sup, will you get with it, Mr. Cuomo? Right now, Mr. Cuomo. Mr. Cuomo, look and see. Is there a real job in your gang for me? 'Cause we're tired of waiting and then being left out 'cause we're not men. You don't let us make a sound. We don't know why we hang around. Mr. Cuomo, look and see. Is there a real job for me? Oh, we've been standing here waiting, Mr. Cuomo, so patiently, just to get in your inner circle and have Andrew calling on me, Mr. Cuomo. Mr. Cuomo, look and see. Oh, yeah. Is there a real job in your gang for me, Mr. Cuomo? 'Cause we're tired of waiting and then, oh, yeah, being left out 'cause we're not men. Mr. Cuomo. Mr. Cuomo, look and see. Oh, yeah. Is there a real job in your gang for me, Mr. Cuomo? 'Cause we're tired of waiting and then, oh, yeah, being left out 'cause we're not men. Mr. Cuomo.
Look at Mr. Moynihan hitting the punch bowl again. Golly.
No matter how hard you guys try, D'Amato, Calavita, Rudy Giuliani, you'll never get an A in my class. You'll never be smart enough.
Look at that Moynihan mess. He's drunk as a skunk and we still can't beat him. Boys, what are we doing wrong? I dare not sputter at GOP's rudder, 'cause I just want to be number one. With my new colleagues, I'll be in the Bush leagues.
Scheming away again in Calavitaville. Porking his way to King of the Hill.
Some people say that I won't make the day, but I know you just gotta pay.
Sounds like my reason to stay out this season. Just gotta make me a bundle of dough. Found me an offer to fill my bare coffer. That's why this guy is telling you no.
running away again from Calavetaville. He don't want to play in our swill.
Don't you guys know that the opponent's to blame? I sure know. It's a real losing game.
Ain't looking great now. I'm worse than a dead cow. Daniel Pat's gonna win on a pass. Everyone's shunning. A race not worth running. It's no wonder I'm losing my ass.
Schlepping away again from Calavetaville. Trying to find us a victory still.
Some people say, get a woman to push. But I fear that won't save my tush. Some people say, get a woman to push. But we fear that won't save our tush.
Hi, kids. Welcome to the High School of Insolence prom. And I'm your MC, Uncle Larry Kerwin. Hi, Larry. And sometimes people even listen to me. Well, tonight we're going to elect a prom king. Here are our candidates. First we have Crazy Eddie's man, 10% Al Moore, and his date, Tipsy.
Why are only 2 people applauding? What happened to David Garth? I gave him $1 million.
Maybe we should have gone down and talked dirty.
And now we have Gary Hart and his friends.
Forget about it. 2 birds in a hand is better than beating Bush.
And here's our class crybaby, Patty Schroeder.
Said that he wanted me in, said I really could win. He made it sound oh so grand, a woman prez is no sin. Said it's my party, I should try if I want to, try if I want to, try if I want to. You're pure and clean, no Ferraro for you. But wearing my heart out there on my sleeve cause some people to grieve, wondering just what I would do if I got into a peeve. Said the Smarties would she push on the button, push on the button, push on the button, and send us up in a big mushroom. All of those guys just got on my case, badgered me out of the race. Said most broads really ain't bad, but she has a tear on her face. To hell with the party, I'll cry if I want to, cry if I want to, cry if I want to. You'd feel screwed too if they stuck it to you. To hell with the party, I'll cry if I want to, cry if I want to, cry if I want to. You feel screwed too if they stuck it to you.
Now, Larry Dukakis. And now, for the Hezbollah wing of our party, the Reverend Al Sharpton. Jimmy the Lit Swaggart. Ted Robertson. And Tammy Faye and Jim Baker.
Oh, we're the Saints, we're cashing in. Oh yeah, the Saints are cashing in. Yeah, we like to collect big numbers. Yeah, the Saints are cashing in.
I'm Reverend Al.
Amen.
I'm Brawley's pal.
Amen.
I make Bob Abrams well and wine. Now Tawana's my big ticket to getting a nightline.
I'm Jimmy Swag. Amen. I cruise the drag. Amen. I'm looking for young chicks to save. If you don't give me 10 million, then this peach will misbehave.
Please vote for me.
Amen.
Religiously.
Amen.
I'll pray us to prosperity. And don't worry about no hurricanes. We'll have a White House jubilee.
I'm feeling blue.
Amen.
I want new shoes.
Amen.
Buy me diamond silks and furs. Don't cut off all my credit, or my mascara starts to blur.
It's time to pray.
Amen.
For Tammy Faye.
Amen.
Oral Roberts and Powell and me. The believers are getting wiser, questioning our divinity.
We lie and steal.
We Copperfield with the heights of hypocrisy.
We preach against sin and corruption.
Now we're planning our next spree. Amen. Thank you, brothers and sisters.
And now, the Reverend Jesse Jackson.
They want a white man, but the best one's painted black. They said I'd get my share, but now they want it back. I see the votes they buy when I'm out earning mine. Arrogance and rye rainbows where I push in slime. Forget Lou Farrakhan, the PLO's with me. No more of Jaime Town, I'm Funky Town, just see. I run and shut my mouth or carry on a door. We cannot beat George Bush without a horse that's dark. No more poetry to govern with no prose. You see, dab me back, I'll keep you on your toes. I hope the Democrats don't get another hack. The best ones they were men that's black, painted black.
Isn't there anybody who everybody likes?
came, and the field was dark. You all saw I'm the only light for thee. Though I said I won't run, I was just making fun, knowing that you would call on me. So it's my duty run and serve, and I got a nerve. Hey, Fabe, we are off to D.C. When I knew that the others would tumble and fall, and the mountain would be left all for me. I'm your guy, 'cause I'm sly, and I'll tell you why. All you saps simply fell for me. So it's your duty, scrape and bow. Whoa, do it now. Can't you see that I'm off to D.C.? So do your duty, scrape and bow. Whoa, do it now. Can't you see that I'm off to D.C.?
If Mario isn't good enough, is anybody?
Well, there's always Stan Lundeen.
Golly, fellas, if you really want me.
George and Michael, Bush and Doak, their oppositions open note. They were boring to sad but true. Still they ran, unlike you know who.
Lundeen, Stanley, Stanley, Stanley Lundeen, Stanley, Stanley, Stanley Lundeen, Stanley, 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 Stanley Lundeen, Stanley, Stanley, Stanley Lundeen, Stanley, Stanley, Stanley Lundeen, Stanley, 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 Stanley.
Coleman look and they stare at his face. They all begged him to jump in the race, but when they asked him, he said no. So you pick Stan, not governor, no. Lieutenant governor, since he never heard, used to shut up, didn't utter a word. To Super Collider, which I blew, but now I'm running, I ain't number 2.
Lundeen, Stanley, Stanley, Stanley Lundeen, Stanley, Stanley, Stanley Lundeen, Stanley, 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 Stanley.
Follow and speak, well, you never put his speeches down. People, let me make you weep. I'll put all of you to sleep. Here's the moral of the story for you one and all. You can't win when you got no balls. You can't win when you just won't go. So you pick Stan, not governor, no.
Lundeen, Stanley, Stanley, Stanley Lundeen. Stanley, Stanley, Stanley Bundy. Stanley, 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 Stanley. Ah, Bundy. Stanley, Stanley, Stanley Bundy. Stanley, Stanley, Stanley Bundy. Stanley, 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 Stanley. Ah, Bundy. Stanley, Stanley, Stanley Bundy. Stanley, Stanley, Stanley Bundy. Stanley, 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 Stanley.
We hope you enjoyed tonight's show, and we'd now like to bring up all the alumni of the LCA to sing our traditional closing song, which will be led by Walt Mordaunt, who has appeared in more of these shows, 37, than anyone else. So if the alumni would come up, and while they're coming up, I would like to ask you to join me in applauding the two people who had the most to do with this show. And that is our script chairman and star of tonight's show, Bob Bellafiore. And our show chairman, Mr. Kyle Hughes. Walter?
Goodbye, boys, we're through. We've had our little fun. What we have tried to do is let in laughter's sun. If we have dealt severely, we all regret sincerely, and we say to those who run, sing strong, boys, our song girls, so long all.